The Oath Keepers, a right-wing extremist group, just had their membership leaked, right? The entire membership list was leaked. And it turns out that hundreds of them are active members of the government, military, or law enforcement, which is pretty concerning. I mean, I don't want to get beaten up by a cop because he's part of some racist organization telling him to do it, you know? I want him to beat me up because he's racist for the love of the game, you know? Do it for yourself. I do have a question, though. Why does a secretive group keep a list of everyone's name? It's just careless, you know? Yeah, that's why they'll never run the world like the Illuminati. The Illuminati is smart. They don't make stupid mistakes like that. They'll never give it away.
He gets down with his daughter, he puts his hand in his pocket, you see, and he takes something out of this pocket, and he puts it in the other hand. He shakes his hand, his right hand, with General Wilson, and then with the other hand, you see the exchange once again. He gives him something, and General gives him another piece of paper. See, look what Obama is doing. He turns around, and you see the next shot here. Very easily, he takes this piece of paper, you can see it very well, he takes it and puts it in his pocket, So the possibility that happened 2 hours after the statement by Obama himself of giving the order of taking action against Osama bin Laden. This is a general of the U.S. Air Force, Ed Wilson, and it literally seems that they are exchanging information through a piece of papers.
Make even more noise for my band.
Something ominous is happening to men in America.
Men's sperm counts are going to hit 0 by 2045.
Genitals, I don't care if you're black or white, are a third the size they were of a 1960s male.
What the hell are we gonna do without men?
Watch out, bros. According to some popular conspiracy theories, elite Illuminati feminists are trying to shrink your dick.
Little dicks, it's right here. And pretty soon, no dicks.
As the theory goes, they want to sterilize you and sap your precious vitality in a sinister plot to weaken America's alphas.
And if you want control, the first thing you have to do is get rid of men.
Leaving no one macho enough to resist the impending New World Order.
They want to destroy testosterone. It's part of the neo-feminism, satanic epi-eugenics agenda.
But who exactly is this testicle-smashing cabal? And what do they want with our genitals? Men. Can't live with them, can't live without them. I mean, literally. Male reproductive health is pretty important to the survival of the human species.
Male sperm count has plummeted by 50% since the 1970s. But why?
There have been a flood of reports warning tumbling sperm counts are a legitimate cause for alarm.
Over the last basically 40 years, sperm count has dropped at a little bit faster than 1% per year. It went from 99 million sperm in a milliliter to 47. When you get below 40 million per milliliter, then you start having trouble conceiving.
Some scientists believe hormone-altering chemicals could be causing a range of issues like lower testosterone and, in theory, even stunted penile growth. This type of pollution is hard to avoid. Chemicals like phthalates can be found in plastics and a wide range of everyday products.
Food is probably our major source of exposure. Phthalates are not chemically bound to plastic. They leave when they're warm, particularly.
Now, this is all still far from settled science. More recent studies have challenged some of the data that points to a looming spermageddon.
It is not well accepted in the scientific community that sperm counts are definitely declining. There's a lot of data to suggest that, but the quality of that data isn't rock solid. There are a variety of factors that could be impacting men's sperm counts over time. Having fat tissue or being overweight or obese converts a man's testosterone into estrogen, and that can have a negative impact on the whole reproductive hormonal axis.
But when seen through a conspiracy lens, stories about testosterone and sperm count decline become something else entirely. Proof of an intentional plot to destroy the strongest men ahead of some kind of takeover or invasion.
If you want to completely take over a planet, the first thing that you have to do is you have to take out the alpha males.
They're trying to demasculate the young men in this country because they don't want people who are going to stand up.
They have softened y'all up and weakened y'all for a reason.
Conservatives have long believed that masculinity has been under attack by the forces of modernity.
The rugged, strong, independent male role model is now this weak, effeminate subordinate.
Who is the most marginalized group in America?
Straight white men, for sure.
To some right-wingers, feminism, LGBTQ rights, and challenging gender norms all threaten what they see as traditional roles for men in family and society.
We've exalted women with women's rights and feminism, which has been great for women, but on the downside, we've been disempowering men.
So for some conspiracy-minded conservatives, it doesn't feel like a huge leap to believe environmental toxins were put there on purpose to emasculate them.
If your daddy's Johnson was a foot long, yours is 6 inches long. And if yours was 6 inches, your son will be 3 inches. And the one with it won't even have a penis.
Alex Jones might be the media figure most dedicated to spreading hysteria about men's health conspiracies. On his show, he claims endocrine-disrupting chemicals are tied to culture wars around sexuality.
They said, we are going to try to get your children to not be heterosexual so they don't have children. We are targeting your children through toys and all the foods at the grocery store with all the stuff on it.
But for Jones and those who share his beliefs, the supposed end goal isn't just some liberal vision of a genderless future. It's a plot to shrink the human race by ending reproduction as we know it.
They don't want us to reproduce, and this is part of it. This has been methodically planned. They have played the long game in feminizing men and creating all these soy boys.
According to believers, this is also why we find soy in so many processed food products.
And we'll be talking about how soy became a weapon of mass destruction.
Soy contains phytoestrogens, which are similar to some human hormones, leading to the belief that eating it will lower testosterone levels and feminize men.
When it comes to men actually behaving and acting like men, soy is the silent killer.
Which is why in recent years, soy boy became such a popular put-down on the political right.
You know, if they say, he's a soy boy, they're trying to insult that person.
There were some studies in the late 90s and early 2000s that did cause some concern about a potential negative impact of soy food. However, multiple studies since that time frame have demonstrated no negative impact of soy food on the reproductive health of men or the hormonal health of men.
Maybe the plastics and soybeans weren't emasculating men fast enough because, according to conspiracy theorists, the dick-shrinking cabal deployed its most powerful weapon yet, COVID-19 vaccines. Theories about sperm and depopulation became part of the misinformation ecosystem around COVID-19. Claims that vaccines were being used to sterilize both men and women first spread online, but quickly led to people speaking out in their communities.
The deep state medical establishment wants all of us to be depopulated. I know you guys think that's a conspiracy theory, but it's not. It's a conspiracy fact.
There are multiple studies that demonstrate COVID vaccines do not have a negative impact on sperm count or sperm movement or sperm health in general.
Fox News host Tucker Carlson offered his own version of the conspiracy on his nightly show, claiming vaccines were some sort of liberal deep state takeover plot.
The point of mandatory vaccination is to identify the sincere Christians in the ranks, the free thinkers, the men with high testosterone levels, and anyone else who does not love Joe Biden, and make them leave immediately.
Carlson doesn't seem to share Alex Jones's belief in a depopulation agenda. But like Jones, he uses sleight of hand to distort real men's health issues. Like in this segment, where he portrays a masculinity crisis that includes both endocrine-disrupting chemicals and feminism.
Men seem to be becoming less male fundamentally, measurably. Sperm counts, for example, across the West have plummeted.
Which he follows with,
Every college campus supports a women's studies department whose core goal is to attack male power.